Welcome to Crypto Warehouse News. Today is August the 13th, and we're going to take a look at Tornado Cash and the US Treasury sanctions against it. I'm Mike, and Brogan is here to give us a brief introduction to what Tornado Cash actually is.
Yep. So, what is Tornado Cash? It allows for private transactions. It is an Ethereum-based network, so it runs off Ethereum. It's used by Vitalik Buterin, which is the founder of Ethereum, and it's open source, which means people can contribute to it, and it's not controlled by one person or founder.
Yeah. So this is there's a few of these on different blockchains. The Ethereum one and Tornado Cash is probably the most common.
Okay.
And people believe that this is being used for nefarious purposes, but actually it's just to allow people to carry out private transactions. So, for example, if there's a celebrity that wants to donate, $100,000 to the Ukraine appeal without anybody knowing they have donated, then this allows them to do it. So it's not been created with criminality in mind. It just allows for private peer-to-peer transactions. And like you said, it's not decentralized because obviously it's been shut down, but the actual development of it is any developer can contribute to it. So I mean, it's not something that you can really ban long term.
All right, so let's get into what exactly happened. So the US Treasury ban. So Tornado used to move $7 billion in stolen funds. So as here, the nefarious goods or the nefarious actions, which it wasn't intended for, but it was used to move $7 billion. So users include Korean Republic, who also used it to funnel the $455 million. A developer in Holland was also arrested from working on Tornado Cash, and it closed numerous GitHub accounts because GitHub isn't decentralized.
Exactly.
It's a decentralized company, so the GitHub accounts which were associated with Tornado Cash were also closed. Yeah,
this is absolute nonsense. You have arrested a developer in Holland who contributed to the building of the platform. He has had nothing to do with the transactions. He has nothing to do with Korea. He has nothing to do with the hacks. He is a developer in Holland who has helped build the platform for private transactions.
And why is it just him? Like, why, unless he's some sort of important person in the role of the app, why was he the only developer?
I think it was the lowest hanging fruit. Most of the developers on GitHub associated with this are doxed. That means that their name, address and contact details are on GitHub. So it's not as if these people were hiding from the authorities. They're in plain sight. You can go and you can email them, you can call them, you can visit the house. So it wouldn't surprise me if more of them get arrested.
He's just the first to go.
He was just the first to go, exactly. So it's all nonsense. Like you've just said, Vitalik, he's used it for private transactions in the past as well. So this isn't being used by the average criminal. I don't know. So I think so far the Treasury have made themselves look stupid. It's not going to help their cause long term, because once you ban Tornado Cash, another version of Tornado Cash is going to pop up in the next.
And it's open source, so
exactly.
It's not like it's going to be a hard task to replicate it.
No, exactly.
It's going to, take all this code and then start up again.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. So some of the celebrities which were affected by this. So the bit about the troll itself, and not just celebrities, is so the person who was trolling would send 0.1 ETH, which is $200, to the celebrity's wallet on Tornado Cash, through Tornado Cash. And then due to this, the celebrities are now being banned by some companies because of this. And it's just another example of law enforcement not understanding technology enough and making a fool out of themselves.
So they've made it illegal for anyone to interact with Tornado Cash. Therefore, all of these celebrities that have received the $200 are all, according to the US Treasury, breaking the law. And it just shows how far behind they are with understanding this technology.
I know. Like, how can you not understand that it's out of their jurisdiction, whether
Yeah.
someone sends them money or not? It's stupid.
Exactly. So I think it will blow over. I think another version of Tornado Cash, or another 5 versions of Tornado Cash will pop up. But this is a great example of how traditional law enforcement really don't understand not just crypto but technology. I mean, it was the same back in the day with Pirate Bay. Pirate Bay was an illegal download site. They banned it. It took them a few years, and then another 20 versions of Pirate Bay popped up. And the same thing is probably going to happen with Tornado Cash, where, you know, I know it's a public blockchain so people can see all of the transactions, but you are still going to have another 20, 30, and this time, rather than being centralised so they can be shut down and the developers can be arrested, it will be built decentrally, so you won't be able to lay a finger on it.
No, and it might not even be hosted on GitHub. Exactly. It might be hosted privately, and you won't be able to know who did it.
Exactly. So I don't know. Anyway, I just thought it was an interesting article to cover.
It's a bit like, sorry, but it's a bit like a Hydra, as an analogy you could use, because, I mean, even since it's open source, it's so easy. Once you shut it down once, it's going to replicate itself again and again, a bit like a worm or a Hydra.
Exactly.
And before we end, some of the celebrities or entities who were affected by this are Jimmy Fallon, Puma, Shaquille O'Neal, Logan Paul, and Dave Chappelle. Quite a wide bunch of people, but
who, according to US Treasury law, are now criminals.
Yeah.
So, anyway, thanks for listening.
Thank you for watching.
And please subscribe.
Like and subscribe.